Hello and welcome to another update video on FET. I am here on the larger time frame on our Fetch.ai chart, the 4-day time frame, and FET continues to be under pressure, I'd say. The price is while there has been a small reaction, actually quite a large reaction to the 10th of October sell-off, the reaction wasn't large enough for the price to break back above critical levels, like for example here at 50 cents or here at around 99 cents. So these are critical levels, especially that 50-cent level is particularly important. So for now, the view that I have is still that the market might be working here on a corrective structure. So all of this is corrective. There's no impulse. And questions I get again and again are relating to the potential of FET to reach $6.20, and that is still there. The potential is there, but as explained over the last few days in many updates, the price broke below the April low, and that kind of led to invalidation of this bullish setup that we were watching. So there was a bullish setup. Setups are not a guarantee. They are simply just price structure, probabilities, and defined parameters. But market can do something different. And so obviously the entire market crashed. It was not just FET, right? A lot of different crypto charts crashed on the 10th, the 10th of October. And we had quite a collapse. And the market tested this larger support area, which is now relevant for a B-wave pullback. It's between 2 cents and 14 cents. I mean, we're now at 26 cents. But there is there is no clear reaction at the moment that would be in any way impulsive to the upside. But hey, we can take a look at the smaller time frame for that. But this here is the larger time frame, and it tells us which parameters are relevant on the larger time frame and which resistances, and also what the wave structure is. So in the white scenario, I can treat this move to the upside as a W, X, Y structure, and the Y wave is an A, B, C structure. So this is what I am tracking. Basically a complex corrective pattern that's pointing to the upside here. WXY, or, and that's the orange scenario. In the end, it's very similar. The orange count suggests an A wave, and then A, B, C in wave B, and then we go higher in wave C. So essentially, the wave structures are very similar. They are kind of different in the detail, but overall the next move up would in both scenarios be a C wave. The question is just, this C wave, is it part of a larger Y wave, or is it just a large ABC structure? But to be honest, we don't need to worry about that so much. I think the main question at the moment that really matters is if the price has actually bottomed on the 10th of October. And to guide us, we can we can watch the lower time frame, because in the smaller time frame I can track micro support levels, and we can identify structures that give us early signals. So we need to zoom in now to this structure. And so, by the way, because people ask, yes, 620 is of course still possible, but we need a new local setup that supports that rally to $6.20 plus. At the moment, I just do not see that setup. I'm tracking, however, support levels on the smaller time frames, so we can track potential turnaround structures, potential reversals. And this just doesn't really impress me. I mean, what I see here, you see that the market might have bottomed here. And so the move to the upside is quite aggressive, but we haven't broken above that critical 50-cent level. And that is what I said, quite important actually. So we need to break above this 50-cent level. If we don't do that, the pressure remains downward, or at least the market remains under pressure. We have seen a first recovery and then a sharp decline into support. So this is the largest support area between 15.6 cents and 26.3 cents. To this area, ideally would like to see a reaction, the start of the next move to the upside. The move to the downside here can be either, well, it should be an ABC structure. If it's in any way bullish, so hard to call this structure bullish, but if we want to have a chance for reversal to the upside, the pullback should be a 3-wave move. That could be A wave done, B wave done, but the B wave was weak. That indicates weakness, yeah? And then 5 waves down in wave C. Yeah, bit worried about that one. I mean, I said to you the white count here has a chance for directly lower prices as long as the market stays below 29 cents. A break above means it's a little bit too high for the 1-2 setup to the downside here. So the market, I think, has a tendency to extend the B wave. That would be the yellow scenario. In this scenario, the A wave formed 5 waves. This is a larger B wave bounce, and then we can still get a C wave decline. So we have a large ABC structure. In both counts, I haven't got any evidence. There's absolutely no indication that a meaningful low has formed. It looks likely that we're going to see some lower prices over the coming sessions. Maybe in the short term here, this broader B wave rally. I think that is quite likely. It would also be, let's say, more bullish, because it means that well, we have a chance to form that B wave high enough so that in the C wave to the downside, the price respects the 15.6 cent level, which is the 78.6 retracement and an important support level, and therefore the price has a chance to hold Fibonacci support. Ultimately, I think it's important to understand that until we actually get a decisive break above 37.2 cents, which is the upper boundary of that upper resistance area, and then the price moves higher and actually breaks above 50 cents here, there isn't really much evidence that a very, very strong low has formed, okay? So we have to remain a bit flexible here on the FET chart. I haven't got any impulsive price action to the upside. We can consider, is there a trend line we could draw here? No, not really. So there's not even a price channel we could track. Pretty ugly movements. What concerns me here is that the depth of the decline again. Okay, we're holding support, but look, in actual price movement, the price declined another 47%. So it shows a lot of weakness. Also in any, even in the white scenario here, that B wave was just extremely weak. It reached the lowest Fib level there. So I think, not high confidence. I mean, I'm still considering higher prices, but I'm not convinced yet that actually a low has formed in this current pullback. We might see a bit more complexity emerge here in this correction. So yeah, that's the update on FET, Fetch.ai. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you're interested in additional updates, video updates, charts that we don't normally cover on YouTube and so on, feel free to also follow us on X for additional charts, updates, news, and much more. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.